Hi there, I'm a data analyst and I offer many services. One of them is creating data pipelines. So that's how you get your data to your desired outcome. And that can come on in report automation. I often create algorithms or I help creating formulas that will help you do what you really want to do with your data. I also create math models for different, if you have any math model that you want to prove with the data that you have on hand. I also specialize in creating dashboards for my clients so they can end up looking more professional, and I also add some interaction to them. I help my clients to make them look modern, and I usually do this implementing some graphic design elements to them so the audience can be more engaged and also understand the data that you want to communicate better. I also do solutions on data capture, and that often comes in the form of creating forms, or we can do that also in spreadsheets. Also, we can create the solutions using databases. So if that's what you want, a more robust system for your data to live in. And also, I can help you creating integrations to capture the data and do something with it. The solutions I create for data analytics, they can be in many platforms. If, for instance, you want to create a solution using Google, we can capture your data using Google Sheets and also create a report in Google Sheets. So Google Sheet has many capabilities to create good data analytics solutions in them. If you want to create a report or dashboard with more interaction and with a better design, Looker Studio can help you with that. If you're thinking on creating a more robust system for your data to live in and create a database, a proper database, we can also create that in BigQuery. And if you want to create a more web app like system, we can also create the solution using AppSheet, which will give you a better interface, and it will help you substitute using Google Forms. That's when you want your data to actually retrieve, and Google Forms will not allow that. If you are someone that prefers using Microsoft software suite, I can also help you creating the data solutions in Excel, whether it's for capturing information or reporting the information. And if you want to improve your data visualizations, dashboards, and reports using Microsoft, Power BI is the way to go. And you can create here also the algorithms that you need, just like in Excel. And if you also want to create an app-like system for your Microsoft solution, Power Apps can also help you improve that. You can add smart forms and also create reports within it. It usually gives you a really good control on the data privacy of the data that you're capturing in your Microsoft cloud. And if you want to integrate all these solutions into the cloud, I can also help you setting up your SharePoint. You will be able to have better control on how to share your files instead of just sending them in a mail as an attachment. You can give them access to the platform and have a better sense on what the privacy level is of each of your users. And if Google or Microsoft don't have what you need, I can also help you create Python solutions for your data analytics needs. Python is a really flexible technology that you can use for your analytics needs. If Power BI and Looker Studio don't have what you need, Tableau is the way to go. This often can help you create the best visualizations that you can, and it's really flexible. So it might take a little bit more time and a little bit more of resources, but you can get your visualizations look just like you need to. And if you prefer a more code approach, just like Python, but you don't want to go with Python, I can also help you implement these data solutions using R in R Studio. My name is Rodrigo Chin, and I've been a data analyst since 2016. I've created multiple solutions for different businesses and companies in different industries. The first one was business management, and I've helped create many solutions for businesses that have their solutions focused on the high level of the company so they can make decisions. I also have some engineering basis, so if there's something more mathematical, robust that you need to implement, I'll be able to help you with the help of maths and probabilities, which I really enjoy. I also have a background in human resources, so I know how to track information from employees, their payroll, and also their timesheets. I'm also a tech enthusiast, so everything related with tech, I like to learn about the latest tech and how to use it, how to implement it, in which scenarios I can use it. Computers are kind of my hobby. I know how they work, how to use this hardware the best way possible. I also like to know how to implement different cloud solutions. So you don't actually need a computer. You can do many things using your phone because everything can happen in the cloud. I also have an interest in the devices that we can use for these different solutions. And like I said, many of these data solutions that I provide, I usually like them to work in computers, in tablets, and also in using our smartphones. I've helped many companies over the years in different industries. One of the clients that I had in the health industry, I helped them create an inventory system. They needed to track biochemical items. So expiry dates was really, really a key factor. So we needed to know what was the status and which warehouse that item was. So we didn't give it a chance for those to expire. This solution was initially developed using Excel, storing the data, capturing the data, and also reporting the data. And I created a dashboard there. Then the easiness of using Microsoft, we were able to upgrade this solution. We were able to create a Power BI dashboard, which was a much easier task to consume over the cloud. Once we upgraded, Power BI helped create and develop a dashboard and report that was easier to consume. It was also easier to access to because we didn't have to go to a carpet and open the file, but instead we could just use a browser like Google Chrome or Safari, and the users were able to access this information easily and quickly. Also, with this, we were able to refresh the data without having to open the Excel file every time we needed to update all the information inside it. And because there was a capture form, I was able to improve the data entry part for the whole system because it was much easier to control the input we were having. And also it was easier to add different categories, hospitals, and different type of fields where that data lived in the database. It was much easier to retrieve that same value instead of having to change all the options available in one form, which is just one-way communication, where Power Apps was much easier to use to save data and also retrieve that data when we needed to. And since everything was happening in the cloud, we also make this solution available using SharePoint, which functions kind of like a landing page where you can save all the files that you need online on the cloud. And also all of this, you don't need a local computer that is capable of storing and retrieving all this data all day, every day. And that's one benefit to working and creating solutions in the cloud. I've also helped many customers that have more mathematical, robust solutions that they needed to implement because they have the data. But often, if you want to do something in Excel, it takes some time, some thinking, and some planning to actually get the insights that you need for your report. And I've helped many customers that are interested into implementing a mathematical model to keep track of stocks in the stock market, and they want to see how the prices develop over time. But more important than that, because that's something you can usually see in another platform, if you actually have a mathematical model that you want to understand when it has a good probability to make you money, that's where I can help you implement this. And my engineering background helps me have the basis for it. And I've had many clients that also like betting on sports and a sports team. I've helped them implementing the mathematical model that will give them a better chance to win those bets. And I must say, the chances, they look really good. I've also helped many contractors with their different projects, whether it's construction, landscaping, painting jobs. I've helped them create a more robust CRM system that they currently have, because those are usually lack all the functions that they need if they want to really use their data to make decisions. Usually those CRM systems, they don't work really well for that. And instead, they're just using them to save the data for later. And implementing these CRM-like systems, it's much easier to track projects and their different stages. Also, the different elements that are going into it, whether it's money or labor, that's also something I've implemented to keep track of. Sales is also a really important part of these CRM systems. I've also helped creating this sales tracking performance for these projects, because that's usually as a company have a goal you want to track your progress to, and you also want to see who's your best salesperson. And since we're speaking of sales, also marketing is a big part of this. So I've also helped implementing marketing KPIs into those systems, so you can really understand where is your expense going and which ones are the most cost effective for you and the performance of your business. For this CRM-like solutions, I've used Looker Studio to create this intuitive user experience for them with reports and dashboards, so they can also consume these reports on a browser and they can share it with their teams easily. To make all the data entry into the CRM-like systems, I've used AppSheet to create these forms to enter the data, and where Google Forms won't work really well because you can enter the information just once and you cannot retrieve that. So using AppSheet, I've been able to create the difference into projects, and once you create a project, you can also update the data inside of it. So you can actually implement status fields, which we can later use on our reports to keep track of all of that. Often, this data analytics processes and dashboards and all these background calculations that you need to run, you will definitely need a database. But since this can be costly, I've helped these customers have a cost-effective solution to create all this in Google Sheets, but they also have the option to upgrade them later to a more robust database. If you're interested in knowing more about the services that I provide and solutions I can help you create, I will leave my links to my social media channels. I also will leave a link where you can check the services that I provide, and if you want to know more details about them. And also you will find there how to set a meeting with me if you want to have a one-to-one conversation. In these meetings, we can discuss your project's requirements and needs so we can find the best solution for you. This meeting can also be helpful. You just want a few questions and you're stuck with your current project. I can help you with a consultation there. If you are interested in working with me, I'll be really happy to help you on your next project. Hope to talk to you soon.